just to keep those juices
crazy.
flowing.
So, a couple things then.
Yeah.
You said the name of your company is
Manmauji. Yeah.
Films.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah. So, okay. Manmauji means free-spirited.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it's like man in Hindi, that means heart. And Mauji is like having fun.
Yeah.
So, it's like where your heart is enjoying what you're doing. So, that's why the name Manmauji.
And so is that inspired by anything specific, or was that like your creative thought of like, I want to do something creative that allows me to just express myself?
Yeah, so mainly the name, it's actually popular name or like popular word in Hindi, the native language. And even there was a movie called Manmauji back in like 1950s. And my father was like very film fanatic, and because of him, I think that was like that word stuck with me. And the reason I wanted to create this company was that like where I can do whatever I want rather than like getting burdened with like somebody's putting the money, you have to do what they tell you.
I mean, that's the dream.
Yeah. So it's like here, even if I make a crappy film, it's what I really want to do. It's without any botheration. So hence the name Manmauji. So I try to stuck to it. Whatever I try to do, most likely it's like I'm 100% into it. So yeah.
So you've never made a crappy film then? They're all good?
I know. That's what I said. All my first 3, 4. So far I have made, this is my 9th film, 9th short film. The Permission is a 9th short film. So out of those 8 films, I would call 5 of them or 6 of them crappy.
Okay.
Then 6th one was less crappier. 8th one was the one where we collaborated together on the 48 hours, and that was so far the one which won the award and gave me a confidence that okay, I can make a decent film, I think.
When you say make a film, do you mean you directed them or you wrote them?
So most of those I directed. 1 or 2 of those I written it, but I'm not a good writer. I know that, and that's what I learned, because first film I made, I did most of the things. I wrote it, I shot it, I edited it, I directed it, and that was the biggest mistake, because filmmaking is a collaborative medium, and initially you are pretty much just trying to do everything. So with every film I made, I started giving up something, because that's the feedback I got from my first film, that hey, you're trying to do too much and that's why you're screwing it up. So
yeah, we've definitely experienced that.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my big questions. Like with every one of like our productions we've done of like small or large, that there was like at least 1 or 2 things we were able to like take from and learn, like, this is something we just really shouldn't focus on, and this, because that led to us just lacking in this one area that made it really suck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So did you start to pick things that when you focus on a thing and you pick it, are you picking things you enjoy the most, or the things that you excel at the most, or both?
So I think initially I was doing everything, and slowly I started, because I knew that my focus is direction. That's what I wanted to be, or I still am trying to like strive to be a director, I think. So the rest of the things were things I could give up, I think. So right now the only 2 passions or only 2 things which I'm passionate about is editing and direction, I think. And so those are the only 2 things I do. The rest of the things, especially with this 9th film, Permission, which we are talking about today, that's where I would say here I've only directed and edited it. The rest of all the things, there was a specific team member who was doing that job, and probably that is what gave me a joy, and I enjoyed the shooting process. Otherwise, most of the time I'm like nervous, I'm anxious, I'm angry if I'm doing multiple jobs, because you're just overburdened with things. But when you have a larger team who is picking up enough load from you, you are less restless, I think, and you are more calmer. You can talk to actors better. You can be a better human being on the set. Otherwise, nobody would want to work with you again, I think.
Yeah, you need a little more patience too.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, I mean, like you said, you are here specifically